Hey, this is Justin Singleton again. This is day 3 of building an effective devotional life. I said on Facebook that I may stand inside the dentist office with my son Isaac, but I totally forgot about it. But this scenery is a whole lot prettier, so I thought I'd do it out here. Just to let you guys know, if you're just joining in, what we're doing is we're doing this 30-day challenge where I'm challenging you guys to work through your devotions for 30 days straight. And I am also taking up the challenge on my part by doing the same thing. I wrote a Sunday school material with a guy named Phil Skiff about 10 years ago on building an effective and consistent devotional life. But personally, I've fallen by the wayside, so I wanted to start fresh at the beginning of this year and just kind of jump into it. But if you've missed the first couple of days, the great thing about devotions is that you cannot ever fall behind. You never fall behind with the devotions, you just pick up where you are. So even though this is day 3, you can still pick up right now and still make the 30-day challenge successful. So do me a favor and begin your devotional life today. So what these videos are, I'm going to give you a quick lesson on how to be consistent, how to be effective in your devotional life, and then give you a quick devotional. Eventually, as we go through the 30-day challenge, I'm going to break away from the devotions themselves, the actual devotionals, and then just read some scriptures, and we will have to do those devotions on our own. I'm freezing right now. It is cold. I don't have any gloves on. My hands are cold. But today, I've talked a little bit about the 4 keys to a consistent devotional life, and I'm going to name them off for you, but I'm not really going to tell you what they are until next time. Next time we're going to start that idea. But today, instead, I'm going to give you homework, because I haven't done that yet. I'm a teacher by trade, so I have to give homework. It's part of the fun. The 4 keys themselves, in order to become consistent and effective in our devotional life, we need to know how to do our devotions. We have to know when to do our devotions. We have to have a goal for our devotions. And we have to have support for our devotions. Those 4 keys will give you consistency. Now, I wrote that 10 years ago, and I kind of want to add on one more, but it's not really a method key. It's just this idea that we've got to do everything through faith. We have to do everything with a desire to know and love God. If we don't do everything with a desire to know and love God, then our devotions will not be consistent or effective. There's really no point in doing them whatsoever. That said, sometimes we do just go through the motions. One of the interesting things about the early Methodists is that they used to do things. They had methods. That's why they're called Methodist. To Christianity, to their religion and their relationship. And sometimes it feels like you're just going through the motions, and it's not good to do that. But at the same time, it's also not good to avoid the motions. So even if you don't feel like doing your devotions, you need to go through the motion, because by the end of it, you'll be surprised. I don't know how many times I felt, sick or tired, and, I don't feel like going to church today, but, I better go anyway. And then suddenly I get blessed by the sermon or some song or something. So even if you don't feel like you're doing your devotions, make sure you do them. Your homework for today is to email me, justin@holinessheartbeat.org. I'll tell you that again, justin@holinessheartbeat.org. And tell me what you think the 4 keys are, just kind of a quick paragraph on what you think they are, and then also what major setbacks do you have in keeping a consistent and effective devotional life? What seems to be standing in the way? I'm just curious. I want to kind of get an idea on how many people are out there, how many people are listening, and also what kind of struggles we face. I kind of told you what some of my setbacks were before. It was just feeling like I didn't have enough time. I work like 4 or 5 jobs right now, 2 of which are full-time. But, we have to make time. We have to make time. That's the whole point. Very quickly, now let me reach down on the ground to get my Bible. Do our devotional. This is going to be a challenge itself. How do I hold the Bible and the iPad at the same time? I'm going to turn over to 2 Timothy 2:22. I mentioned that last time, but I think it's an extremely important passage, especially because it goes along with our fourth key, having accountability. 2 Timothy 2:22 says, "Now flee from youthful lusts and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart." This is the flee, follow fellowship. If you are a good preacher and you like to preach this, flee, follow fellowship. We are to flee the bad things, the youthful lusts. Whatever the youthful lusts in your life are, you're supposed to flee from those. And then you're supposed to follow after the good things, righteousness, faith, love, and peace. But you have to fellowship in the process. The only way you're going to make this devotional life work is if you do those things, flee from the bad things, follow the good things, and then fellowship with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart. So email me. Let's get together. Let's work this thing out. And let's keep each other accountable to doing our devotions and growing deeper in a relationship with Jesus Christ.